Do you have one about not punting? You got that. Welcome to Tiger Talk, episode 66. I am one of your hosts, Scott Ryan.
Oh, I thought you were Scott. What's his butt?
I don't know. Is that what my name is? Scott, what's his butt?
Somebody, yeah. And I'm Becca, but
And
Miss.
did you also have a name?
I had a name too, like Miss needs to be seen and heard and center of attention or something.
I know. Unfortunately, someone took to the internet. One called me Scott What's His Butt and this is a quote. They said, "Does he have the sack to ask Nate Moore the tough questions?"
Ask me your tough question. What's your
So
tough
Nate,
question?
I'm sorry. I hate to start the show this way, but I gotta ask you the tough questions. Or supposedly I don't have a sack. So here it comes, Nate. Punt or no punt?
I mean, we do both. So, yes.
I don't have any tougher questions than that. To me, that's the toughest question. I'm assuming that's the hard questions people are wondering if I should ask. Becca, go ahead and introduce our guests.
All right, well, I have them introduce themselves, tell them what position they play, and then I have a great question. If your mom played football, what position would she play?
You want to start that off? Hi guys, Eli Moore. If my mom played football, what position she would play? Feel like she could be a good, like little fullback, run some counter, have her pull.
Yes! Yes! Wait for me.
Fullback?
That attitude, I mean,
I don't know if she could handle the physicality. Give her a full head of steam. I don't know who's blocking that. She looks more like a kicker to me.
You think a kicker? I would say a quarterback because if she's not in charge, she ain't playing. And our other guest?
My name is Dayvionne Floyd. I play center and defensive line. And if my mom played football, she would be a trainer. 100% she'd be
A trainer?
That's all I got.
Oh my God, that was so good. I love it.
Yeah, that's fun. Okay, so let's start with the players. Tell us about the game this week. How did you pull things back to get us back in the win column? Let's start with you, Dayvionne. Tell us how was the game from your perspective?
Yeah, I mean, I was really proud of our offensive line. You know, coaches, Coach Moore, Coach Chip, they all harped on us all week, like, we're going to get behind you guys this week, and it's time to step up to the plate. So it really wasn't, I mean, yeah, we played well in the game, but that all started during practice. Like, Coach addressed us on Sunday and told us, like, if you guys want to change this, it starts tomorrow. So Monday, Tuesday, all the way up to Friday, we just worked as hard as we could, and it showed.
Eli, what is your review of the game?
Really, I mean, it started on Sunday. I mean, we really got sent all the way back to square one. And, it was just, how we attacked the week. I mean, starting Monday, really long and tough practice, but, everyone was out there, every rep giving 100%. And, we just got better and better every day, throughout our recovery day. And then on Thursday, we have a little shorter practice and, you could just feel the energy, Thursday night at sideliner meal, we was ready to go out there and, get it done.
What is your job as captain to, when you come off a rough loss like we had the week before with Football North or North Football, whichever it is, what is your job as captain to bring the team back together?
I mean, really just, reminding everyone that, we want to be, want to know in, the week 8 season, just treating every week as, a season individually. You can't worry about the last week. We're going up level by level and we're clearing out every floor.
Nate, what do the coaches rely on the captains to do? What is the captain's job?
But they really need to be an extension of the coaching staff and specifically me with the team. And so we rely on them to, first thing, you got to set a great example. They've got to be doing things right. It should be an example of how it should be done. And then, when the waters get rough, they've got to make sure that they do everything they can to keep the ship from rocking. And whether that's there's lots of different ways that you can do that. Maybe your teammates need supported in certain ways and encouraged, and sometimes your teammates need straightened out. Right, so there's all kinds of different ways to do that. So. Yeah, I mean, the first thing's an example, and the second thing is be active leaders at different times, and there's different ways to do that.
Dayvionne, what do the captains do for you?
For me, I mean, they all play different roles. I would say Eli, he sets the tone for practice for us. He's the first guy out on the field. He's getting everybody hyped up. And then Xavier is kind of your captain that leads by example. And then BG and J Will, they're a mix of both. But like for me, it's like they keep everybody in one group. Like they remind everybody like we still got each other and we don't got nobody else but who's in this room, and they just keep us all on the same page.
I like that. I like the little captain things. Becca, do you have a question?
Oh, no, I just think it's important too, like the captains are voted and nominated by the players too. So I think that's, a well, respectable thing to have. I think Jay Wells, this is his second year, right, to be captain. So I mean that's a pretty big honor for 2 years that people have looked up to you and led, because we are a pretty young team, I think, a lot of juniors. So I think that's important for the sophomores and the freshmen coming up. So I think they do a good job of that. But I'm ready to roll on to week 8, Scott.
Of course. So Nate, I have a question for you. I don't think it's a hard question. It'll probably disappoint the internet, but I was thinking about this during the game and I was like, I'm asking Nate because I know he knows the percentages. Why does an offensive coordinator love to throw the long bomb? And it's not a criticism against Massillon. It's mostly from the other team was doing it a lot. Like they needed 5 yards, so they go from 45. And all the way back to a Jason Hall playoff game, I remember all we did was throw 70-yard passes instead of 5. So I would like to learn a little bit about the percentages of the concept of throwing the long ball when you just need 5 or 7 yards. Is there some percentage reason that it happens?
So just like my thoughts on that are a couple things is like you definitely want to take shots down the field. You want to push the ball down the field. You want to threaten the back half of the defense. That does a lot of things. Especially if you hit on them. It could definitely loosen some things up. But even taking a shot can loosen things up. And sometimes you think you have a good matchup, and so that may be independent of down and distance, seems to be what you're kind of talking about. Like
Right.
it does sense with down and distance. Also on the on the high red zone, the plus side of the field, once you get past midfield, to about the 30-yard line, 25-yard line, a lot of people will take shots from that part of the field. Because once you get close to the end zone, you want to try to score a touchdown, right? And so, a lot of people will take shots down the field at that point. I like taking a shot backed up at times too, because your chance of scoring on any drive is it's not exactly the same, but it's roughly the same as the yards you are backed up, right? So if you're at the -10, you've got about a 10% chance of scoring on that drive, right? So it's a very low chance that you're going to score on that drive at all. So if you can take a shot and connect and really flip the field position, that turns a drive that was a very low percentage to score on it into a drive where you've definitely got a chance to score on it. So definitely some different reasons. You hear go balls, streaks, whatever phase, seems to be what you're talking about, vertical routes. Um, you hear those referred to a lot as 50-50 balls.
Right. And is
But,
that the
but
percentage?
I mean,
Is that
that just refers to, it
okay?
being a one-on-one matchup and essentially both guys having an equal chance to make a play on the ball. The actual percentages on that will be um, lower than 50% as far as completion,
Hmm.
especially against a good team. But you got to take shots down the field at times also.
Yeah, because Becca made fun of me. Yeah, I know that's shocking because I said that they threw a Hail Mary at the half, and then she made fun of me. I'm like, that's what it's called. They threw a Hail Mary with when time expired at the half, right?
Uh,
You're right,
I
Scott.
mean, so
What are you talking about?
it
That's a Hail
depends on
Mary.
it depends on what you're defining Hail Mary as. If you use a looser definition for it could, if you're just talking about a long throw at the end of half or and at the end of a game, then you could be right, but
What
a
would you
more
call what they did at
I mean
0 seconds?
a more narrow definition of a Hail Mary is where you got probably a bunch type of formation, and so you've got receivers bunched at a certain point, right? All running the routes together, and you're gonna throw the ball up, and maybe somebody goes up and high points it, but if not, you're gonna try to tip it if you don't have a clean path to high point the football. You try to tip it, and so hopefully one of your teammates that's right there around you
Uh,
can flip the tip, right? And so that's not what happened. And so that would be a more narrow definition of what a Hail Mary actually is
no.
specifically. But you wouldn't be the only person to use a looser definition.
Eli, was that a Hail Mary at the end of the half?
It was a post wheel.
Davion?
I didn't see four guys running go ball, so that's as far as my knowledge goes on it.
See, to me, a Hail Mary is
Need to play more
there's no
Madden.
time left. We can't do anything. Chuck the ball and let's see if we score.
That's why
That's
you
a Hail
said
Mary.
section 14.
Yeah,
That's why you said section 14.
it's if you're talking about what an actual Hail Mary is as a play, then that wouldn't fit the definition.
But I did love the uniforms. I did love the uniforms
Oh,
this
I
week.
love the
And pants
uniforms.
and the black. I don't think we've ever seen that. Was that you?
Yeah,
Yeah. See, I
Good
said,
job, Eli. There should
yeah.
always be orange in a
we got
Massillon
we got
out.
something cooking up for this week too.
Oh,
Hopefully,
good.
Yeah.
And I
It looked,
liked how the other team, they wore white tops and purple pants. We should do that when we're the away team. Are we allowed to wear white tops with orange pants when we're away? Or does that count as color?
We do that quite a bit.
Oh, we do? I was thinking I feel like it, especially at McKinley, we're all white usually at a McKinley game.
Typically, I think since I've been here, at least we've always gone all white in that
At the
game.
away game.
usually we wear orange pants away at Glen Oak.
Mhm.
Usually Glen Oak away is when we
I
wear.
never stay I mean,
At
bless
pitch,
the Glen.
we'd often go white top, orange
yeah.
pants
Okay,
But
also.
it
good.
looked really nice on TV. So it was because I had to watch it because I was out of town. So Scott and I watched it on TV. That was fun.
And it was fun too. You made fun of me, and then you told
We could
Nate,
see
"Oh, be
Eli's
on
hair.
my
You could
side."
see Eli's hair all the time. They were like always because Eli's hair was always on TV in the bottom right hand screen
When?
all the time.
Today?
No, on the TV. Yeah.
Oh, I'm saying, I mean,
Yeah.
right here.
I mean, it's hard to believe that anyone could see Eli's hair. Davion, how are you doing at center? You didn't start the season at center. How are you feeling about the position?
Yeah, I'm just glad to be able to contribute to a win. I mean, I don't really care where I got to play at. Coach Moore pulled me aside at way back in December, and he didn't tell me I was playing right guard or I was playing right tackle. He just said you're going to be on the offensive line. So going into, I think it was week 3, both the coaches pulled me aside and they said there was a chance I could play center. So I mean, the coaches, they've been alive way longer than me, and they've been around football way longer than I have. So if they think I'm a right fit for a center, then I'm a right fit for a center.
And when the whole team, when Manny does his clap, and then the whole team turns around, you got to look forward. Do you ever just really wonder if they're talking about you?
Um, I trust my teammates. I don't think that's what's going on. No.
I'd be wondering. You can't turn around. There's nothing you could do. They could be like, "Hey, this guy, am I right?" You don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch for you.
Oh, the
No.
only talk we're worried about is this and this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So, we're playing Texas this week. Tell us a little bit. Do the players know have or we haven't got that far in the week yet?
Yeah.
Or Nate, you want to answer this or they're going to
Oh
answer it?
yeah, they watch film.
Okay, so we'll hear from each of the players. Give me a little preview on Texas.
I mean, very aggressive team. They're from Texas, so they're obviously going to have some bigger boys. I think they got a really good defensive lineman, number 55, gets off the ball pretty well. But I mean, I like our matchups against any team, and I think they're really favorable against this team. So it's going to be fun Friday.
Dayvionne, what can you tell us?
Yeah, same thing that Eli said. Number 55 is one of the better D-line we've seen this week. Quick get off, explosive. And then they got number 42. He's one of their defensive ends. Again, quick get off, tall kid. They had number 2 down there. They like to walk their backers up, bail one, blitz the other. Their cornerbacks run a lot of man coverage. They're a good, well-rounded team, but I still like our matchup.
How do you think their offense looks? Because you play defense too.
I haven't got to see much of that.
You haven't seen the rest of that yet. No.
Nate, what can you tell us about their offense?
They've got a good quarterback who distributes the ball well, very accurate, good arm. They've got a good size in their offensive line. We've seen a lot of that this year. The left tackle, I think it's 6'6", 365, something like that. And the rest of the offensive line, they're not that big. I mean, that's pretty humongous.
Yeah.
But they're big boys. Good at receiver. Good size, good speed. Good size at running back. So they're good offense. They're spread. They've dabbled in a little bit of 11 personnel, but that's pretty much as heavy as they've gotten on film. They're mostly 10 personnel, right? It's a spread offense with some empty.
Awesome. If they're only going to play 10 players and we get to play 11, I mean, that's really going to help us. Maybe I'm too literal in my Hail Mary view. We're going to get ready to play our game, which next week will be our last password. Right now, Becca and I are tied at 20-20. And there's only 2 weeks left because we don't do the game during the McKinley week. But I gotta, going back to our coaches thing at Massillon Museum, which is up for people to watch. Nate, you said something and I wanted to interrupt, but I was trying to behave because I didn't want Shepis to yell at me. But you said, that when you interview someone, you like a guy that you would go have a Pepsi with. And at the time, I was thinking, you think, Nate, if I was at Bender's and you were at Bender's, I'd be the kind of guy you'd want to have a Pepsi with? Or I'm just curious.
I'd enjoy to have a Pepsi with you, Scott.
I didn't want you to embarrass me in front of Shepis. I just wanted to ask. I haven't been thinking about it like every day since that happened a week and a half ago. That's ridiculous. Okay. And also, for those who are wondering, on the punt or no punt, all season long, Anderson has only punted 1 time the whole season. So I just looked it up. I keep forgetting. That's why we haven't been talking about it, but okay, so let's get to our game, Tiger Password. The subject this week is the defense. things that happen for the defense. These will all be words that involve the defense. I feel like both of you have played before, right? So we don't need to explain the game, which is so sad because that's the best part of the show. Nate, what are the teams?
Let's go Scott and Eli, Floyd and Becca.
Okay. Okay.
All righty. Becca, I'll let you go first since we're tied up and it comes down to this.
Okay. Missed.
Tackle.
Woo, 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 woo.
All right. 3 points for Becca.
Yeah.
Okay, these are things that involve the defense. All right. Pass.
Interception.
Yes.
Oh,
We're 3-3.
okay.
We're still tied, Becca.
Okay. Path. If there was a path.
Blitz?
Blitz is good. Tackle or a loss. A loss.
Tackle for loss?
No. Um,
Funny thing is, I don't remember what her word is.
Hunt.
Oh, that's
Loss is yours?
all right, Eli, you can steal it if you can get it.
Turnover.
No.
No,
I didn't know. Like
it was blocked.
What's that do
Block.
with defense?
Yeah.
Offensive thing.
What's that to do with defense?
He's the one who came up with the words.
The
You set her
defense.
up. You set her up for failure.
Yeah. If you're
The defense doesn't block?
I mean,
What are they doing up there with their hands? They're knocking people down, the people in the
I
front.
don't think anybody else would pick that as a word, I guess, for defense.
I don't know. I feel like the people in the front are blocking.
the offensive line.
No.
What is the defense doing to the offensive line?
Big press shed.
That's a made-up word. I've never even heard of that. Well, sorry, Becca. All right, you ready?
yeah.
Quarterback.
Sack.
Sack. Well, look at that. My words were good.
Yeah. Who picked these words?
It was me. I picked him.
So tired.
Sorry, Becca, you got one more week. Becca can pick the words next week. It's fine. Hey, I think it works. I'm now winning the game 26-23.
Cheater school. Cheater school.
And that's Tiger Talk, friends. We're back.
Until next time, DIG.
You're right.
Yes.